Welcome back to your local hobby shop. Back at it again with another wrestling action figure review. And yeah, you know what? I know I'm late to the party on this one, but we're starting our review of Elite Series 125 today. Better late than never. Missed the initial pre-order on this one on Ringside Collectibles, so that's why it's coming a little bit later than usual. Though everyone and their mother on YouTube has pretty much reviewed it already at this point, but to keep with the continuity of this channel, I decided might as well review these. And and plus, I just want to give my thoughts on all the first time in the line figures we have for Elite Series 125. But enough about that. Let's get into the packaging for your Minton card people out there. First, you see Jacob Fatu. Looks pretty cool in the packaging. Nice shot of him right here. Live action shot of him right there. Render of him on the back side. Nice live action shot on the back. Let's read the blurb. From Sacramento, California, height 6 feet 2 inches, weighing in at 285 pounds. His finisher, the ever trusty springboard moonsault. Career highlights: United States champion and tag team champion. Man, I forgot he has won some titles already in his very young WWE career. The Samoan Werewolf was all gas, no brakes, with it in the 2025 Royal Rumble match, battling for over 24 minutes and eliminating 4 superstars. You know what I mean? All right. And then some cross promotion. You see 3 first time in the line here on the back. All right. And then on to a guy we haven't seen in the line in a while is Demolition Crush. Looking pretty cool in the packaging. That's what it looks like in the packaging. Nice shot of him on the side here. Nice live action shot there. Nice render on the back. And live action again on the back. From parts unknown. Height 6 feet 6 inches. Weighing in at 315 pounds. His finisher, the Demolition Decapitation. And apparently his only career highlight in WWFE was World Tag Team Champion. The Monstrous Crush joined Axe and Smash as the third member of the most dominant tag team of their era, Demolition. And again, cross promotion on the bottom. The other figures you can find in Elite Series 125. Yeah, so I think he was he was tag team champion because of the Freebird rule when Demolition was, when he was with Axe and Smash. But enough about the packaging. Let's dive into these figures and see what they are all about in 3, 2, 1. And here we see Jacob Fatu out of his packaging, looking pretty cool. But first, let's get into his accessories here. But he comes with, we always try to tackle those first. He doesn't come with a whole lot. He comes with 2 C grip hands, and of course the 2 grabby hands that come on him. And the only other accessory he comes with is a nice cloth good t-shirt. That's good though. That's always a positive. Cloth good t-shirts. Always love these here on the channel. And let's take this off and see how he looks without the cloth t-shirt on. Very cool design. It's one of the few WWE shirts I might consider even buying because the design looks so cool. It's got the whole Samoan Werewolf thing going on. That's his nickname and everything. It's this whole shtick. And let's get into the figure itself. And the head sculpt. Very decent head sculpt. You can tell it's Jacob Fatu from a mile away. I like it. I like the detail of the braiding here on his hair and everything. Very nice hair sculpt as well. So great head sculpt and hair sculpt. Let's get into the attire itself. Nice tattoo up here. I'm trying to read what it says. Let me see. I can't really read what it says. And of course, he's got his tattoos here on his forearm. Into the attire itself, black wrist tape, black elbow pad. They decided not to make rubber. Well, it's not a bad thing, and it's not a good thing because at least he has articulation in his arm. You don't have to worry about the elbow pad blocking it. And of course, a really cool looking attire here. He's got one side red, one side black with the nice tribal designs here, and of course the nice Fatu deco on there, and that's what it looks like on the back. He's got the nice red and black shoes with the black straps. Very cool attire, and again, I'm partial to red, so that's I do like this attire, though. I think it'd be a flashy looking attire either way. Let's get into the articulation. Can he do the full 360 even with the braids? Yes, he can. Looks up and down. Yes, he can. Very nice articulation on that. Rib crunch. Oh, he's a little tight. Oh, I can't even get him to move on the rib crunch. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, that rib crunch is not moving, and I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit here. Full rotation on the arms. They're smooth like butter. They can do the T-pose. There we go. Double joint elbows. Yep, he can grab his own face if he wants to. There we go. Waist articulations there. And how about, well, the big test here. Let's see. Can he get both legs up yet? And yes, and yes. Up, smooth like butter on those. Can he do the Samoan werewolf splits? Yes, he can. How about, yep, he's got a thigh cut right there. Double joint knees. Yep. And they're a little tight too, but okay. Maybe, oh, maybe not so tight. And let's see, boot cut rotation here, or calf cut, whatever you want to call it. And does he have the foot articulation? Yes, he does. So, not a perfect figure, that's for sure. I guess the one complaint I can have about this figure is that, like with every, excuse me, with every Jacob Fatu figure, he doesn't really have the right torso. He's much more built than this, I guess you could say, or he's a lot more, I don't want to say fat, because that's rude. I guess he's much bigger in the torso, let's just say that. So, and let's get into some Jacob Fatu comparisons. And here we are getting into some Jacob Fatu's comparisons in comparison to his Elite Series 118, or I guess Gray's Hit Series 9. They're both practically the same figure, so potato, potato. But I think, yeah, I think I like the head sculpt on this one a little bit better. As you can see, same formula too, I believe, right? They got the same torso, yeah. And of course, the only real difference is the attire and the head sculpt. This one has more of a sort of a smiley looking one, and this one's more of a stoic, he means business sort of. Oh, let me sort of pose, and of course, the other differences are the T-shirt, as that one is black and white. This one is black and red, like the Wolfpack, and of course the different attires. And I gotta say though, I do like this one better. I will say so. And yeah, there's your Jacob Fatu comparisons. And moving on to Demolition Crush. And here we are, Demolition Crush out of his packaging, looking very cool. I don't know, Demolition, I always thought was a cool looking tag team. I just like their attire and everything, and their face paint and everything. But anyways, getting into the accessories, besides all the stuff that comes on him, he comes with a Fist of Fury and a Sea Grip hand. And he comes with and of course he has a Sea Grip hand and a Fist of Fury on himself, on his wrists already. Of course, he comes with the classic Demolition mask. Oh, and I don't know what happened to this. It looks a little warped. Let's see if it fits him real quick and see what he looks like with the mask on, though. Yeah, it fits him. It fits him relatively well, I would say. Though I think I plan to, I plan to display these on my shelf with all members in their masks. Anyways, kind of tempted to get duplicates of these figures and then display them also with the mask off, but that'd be kind of silly. But right now, let's get in. Of course, his other accessory is this jacket and his wrist gauntlets that come off. They snap in the back. There you go. That's what they look like up close. Let's see how easy or hard it is to take off this jacket. Axe and Smash's jackets weren't too hard to take off. So let's see. Oh, yep, and this comes off like a dream as well. Okay. And there you go. That's what that looks like. And let's see. That's what the Crush looks like without the jacket and everything, and the wrist gauntlets. And I gotta say, I think they nailed the formula on this one, because definitely has the right torso and everything. That's what Crush looked like back in the day. And let's get into the attire itself. Of course, great looking face paint, great looking mullet on the hair sculpt, great likeness, looks just like him. And of course, he's got the studded singlet here, whatever you call this, with the tights, black wrist tape, black boots with the studs, black knee pads. Kind of straightforward with the Demolition attire. They never really wore anything too colorful. That's because they wanted to look intimidating. And yeah, it's I like the attire. Hey, you know, it looks like Demolition, so I can't complain. Looks I like the deco on him. And moving on to the articulation. Can he do the full 360? Not really, no, because I don't know, because I think the strap is blocking. Yeah, he can't really do the full 360. He can look up and down, though. Good range of motion on that. Swivel on the arms. Yep, it's there. Oop, that right one I had to finagle with a bit. T-pose. Yep, it's there. It's double joint arm. Yep, he can punch himself in the face. Oh, that's the thing I don't like. This thing keeps swaying to the side. his straps here. And there you go. Yep, punch those in the face. Good on that. Bicep cut, of course. There you go. Those work. How about the rib crunch on this on Crush? It's there, but not a lot. Oh boy, I wonder maybe if they were getting complaints about the rib crunch being too loose on some figures, because Jacob Fatu and Crush do not have a lot of range of motion on those ribs. He's got the waist articulation. That's good. He's got thigh cut right here. Double jointed knees. Yep. And plus is the knee pads do not hinder articulation. How about the legs? Can they get up with a big boot? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Smooth like butter. He can do the Crush splits. Yep, decently. Not all the way, but really good. Boot cut rotation, of course. And ankle rockers or foot articulation. Yeah, a really solid figure here from Mattel. When we do our rankings for Elite 125, when we review all these figures, he might rank high. We'll have to see how the other figures compare, though. But let's do some comparisons and see what he looks like with Axe and Smash, shall we? Now for some Crush comparisons. Here's what he looks like. Say that 5 times fast. Crush comparison. Time for Crush comparisons. This is what it looks like next to Smash and Axe here, or Axe and Smash, or whatever. Potato, potato. As you can see, looking all pretty cool in their demolition and in their entrance gear here. They're pretty to scale too, I would say, because Crush was pretty tall, but he wasn't that much taller than Axe and Smash, if I remember correctly. And let's just see what they look like with their masks off. There we go, and that is cool that we finally have a complete Axe, Smash, and Crush demolition team here in the line. And I also do have the Mr. Fuji figure with the face paint, but I haven't opened it yet. I was going to do a comparison, open just with this comparison, but I forgot to do that. So, sorry about that. But yeah, there you go. That is Crush, and a solid figure from Mattel. And there you have it, another action figure wrestling action figure review in the books. Say that 5 times as fast as well. And I would say both very solid figures. They're not perfect. They do have their flaws. At least the articulation works on them. I think that's getting better for a lot of these figures. Well, except I guess maybe Jacob Fatu's rib crunch articulation. Wasn't a big fan of that. As far as where they might rank when we do rankings of Elite 125 later on in the week, I'm going to say I think this Crush figure is going to rank pretty high. And I'm not sure about this Jacob Fatu figure. Again, hey, we're going to see. We can't jump ahead. We got to see what the other figures in this series look like. All right. But anyways, thanks to those who watch. You be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to let me know in the comments below what you think of these figures. Have you already picked them up? I know Elite Series 125 has been out a while. Or did you skip them? Are you not interested in Crush? I know a lot of y'all are probably interested in Jacob Fatu because he's awesome. But yeah, and until next time, this is your local hobby shop signing out, and peace.